Natalee Holloway was an 18-year-old full of promise when she disappeared during her senior trip to Aruba in May 2005. A gifted student dreaming of a medical career, she embodied hope and potential. On the night of May 30th, she was last seen leaving a bar with Joran van der Sloot and the Kalpo brothers. When she never returned for her flight, panic swept in. Her untouched luggage signaled something was terribly wrong. Her disappearance sparked an international outcry, turning a young woman's vanished presence into a haunting global mystery, the maze of lies. As authorities pursued leads, Joran van der Sloot became the central figure in the investigation, but his ever-changing stories only deepened the confusion. He claimed Natalee was dropped at her hotel, then later said she was left on the beach. Each lie tangled the truth further, leaving police without evidence or a body. The Kalpo brothers were repeatedly arrested and released, caught in the whirlwind. Meanwhile, media coverage sensationalized every detail, amplifying the Holloway family's anguish. In a story dominated by deceit, Natalee's voice was silenced, while the world watched her family endure unimaginable uncertainty. A dark pattern emerges. 5 years after Natalee vanished, Joran committed another cruel act. On the 5th anniversary of her disappearance, he murdered 21-year-old Stephanie Flores in Peru after she discovered his link to Natalee's case. Before this, he attempted to extort Beth Holloway, demanding $250,000 for information about Natalee's remains. His lack of remorse and manipulative behavior confirmed he was more than a liar. He was dangerous. Arrested for Stephanie's murder, Joran received 28 years in prison, leaving a chilling reminder of how his deceit and arrogance had devastating consequences for others. Confession and cold reality. In 2023, after nearly 2 decades, Joran finally confessed. Extradited to the U.S. on extortion charges, he admitted in court that he had killed Natalee after she rejected his advances, striking her with a cinder block and disposing of her body in the ocean. His words were chillingly detached, leaving Beth Holloway with a mix of relief and heartbreak. The confession confirmed what she feared, yet the wound remained raw. Joran was sentenced to 20 years in addition to his Peruvian term, and while justice moved forward, Natalee's remains were never recovered. Questions that remain. Even with Joran's confession, lingering doubts haunt the case. Private investigator T.J. Ward, who worked with the Holloways, believes the story may not reveal the full truth. Suspicion lingers that the Kalpo brothers might know more than they admitted. Questions about whether Joran acted alone or had accomplices continue to shadow the investigation. For the Holloway family, one chapter closed, but many doors stayed open. The absence of Natalee's body and the mysteries that remain unsolved ensure that grief and unanswered questions continue to define their journey. Legacy and the cost of deceit. Natalee's disappearance became more than a news story. It became a global phenomenon highlighting tragedy, media obsession, and selective empathy. Beth Holloway turned her grief into purpose, founding organizations to support families of missing persons, transforming personal pain into advocacy. When Joran finally confessed, it offered confirmation but not closure. Natalee's dreams were stolen, and her body never recovered. Her story persists as a haunting reminder of love lost, the destructive power of deceit, and the resilience of a mother determined to honor her daughter despite a world that seemed to look away.